Right. The Trojans are about to arrive in Carthage. Let me send a storm to prevent them. Oh! So my storm watched the Trojans to Carthage. Hey guys! Welcome to Arya's mini lecture on classics. Today I'm going to talk about the love story of Queen Dido and Aeneas. In the Aeneid, Aeneas and his men were washed by a storm to the shores of Carthage. Juno, the Roman counterpart for Hera, caused this storm for several reasons. First of all, she loved Carthage even more than Samos, where she was born. However, the fates have destined that the descendant of Trojans would overthrow her favorite city. But there was being produced, she'd heard, from the bloodline of Trojans, offspring that would one day overturn her Tyrian fortress, people who'd rule far and wide like kings, full of pride in their war skills, sure to arrive and cut Libya's thread spun on destiny's spindles. She also loathed the Trojans because their Prince Paris gave the golden apple written on which is for the most beautiful to Venus instead of her. And Venus is Aeneas' mother. Pretty spicy. The other prince, Ganymede, also took her daughter Hebe's place as Jupiter's cupbearer. Juno went to the palace of the wind god Aeolus and asked him to release the winds, which he chained up in a cave. In return, she offered him Deiopea, the prettiest one of her 14 nymphs with simply outstanding bodies, as his wife. One thing worth noting is how Juno, the queen of gods, does not simply make demands. She said, "Aeolus, I come to you since the father of gods and men's ruler granted you power both to quieten waves and to raise them with windstorms." This is similar to what Aeneas did before he besieged Queen Dido to offer Trojans a temporary refuge. He said, "Ruler and queen, to whom Jupiter granted the right to establish this new city, the right to reign in with the firm hand of justice, spirited peoples." Aeolus agreed and released the storm which destroyed many ships. Ironically, Juno's storm, which was aimed at preventing the Trojans from landing on Carthage, was exactly what sent them to its shores. Not even the Queen of Gods can oppose the fates. This reminds me of the famous Greek tragedies such as the Oedipus Rex, in which a character's attempt to alter fate is just another way to realize them. In the Game of Thrones, the Hound had half his face burned by his brother. This was one of the most important events that made him a cold and angry killer. When told by Brother Ray that the 7 gods had plans for him, he asked, "If the gods are real, why didn't they punish me?" Brother Ray responded, "They have." So you can kind of see how the concept of fate actually plays a very important part in Western literature. At least that's what I think. And I think it sounds pretty pessimistic to me because it's basically telling you that no matter what you do, you cannot escape us. Now, what happened to Aeneas and his crewmates in Carthage? Follow me for more. Gratias ago et omnes amo.